We are rocking and we're rolling. Oh, yes, we're rolling. Welcome to Mirror Domains, and this is the live recording session of Reptile. But we're going to cover some other movie news topics today. It's going to be a quick little half an hour show. I've been up just doing stuff. The next couple of days are going to be kind of weird because we've got people coming in and out of the apartment to do quality assurance checks or something like that. So I've been kind of sitting on my hands. We are going to talk about the Reptile review today. My reaction, full reaction of the movie is still up on Twitch right now. So I implore you to go check that out. I haven't figured out yet how I'm going to do this. I really enjoyed watching it on Twitch with you guys because I can be a little bit more lenient when it comes to the sound. I don't know how we're going to do it, but I would like for those somehow to get migrated over to YouTube and be members only, the full length. So you become a member of the channel, you get to unlock all the full length movie reactions. The edited versions that you guys saw that's up on the channel now, I think will just be open to the public. And if that's enough curiosity for you guys, what will happen is that will get switched over to hopefully generating a little bit more cheddar for the channel, because that's the way that it needs to go. Okay, so what will happen is that this will get edited down into just the review part. And then I will chop out the movie news section later on for other purposes. But yeah, this live taping of Reptile review here, there'll be just the main video. Okay, so let me just go through here and make sure that I have all my materials caught up. Looks like I do. Make sure I don't got that over there. Let's turn off the live chat. And that's the Twitch chat. That's James. That's not the YouTube chat. Did I mess that up? No, we did that right. Good. All right. Reptile is out on Netflix right now, and it's a crime thriller that stars Benicio del Toro, Justin Timberlake, and Alicia Silverstone. And it came out a little while ago, and I just kind of totally forgot about it. It's a movie where del Toro is playing like this cop investigating a murder, and he does a good job. The immediate standout here is the acting. And yes, even Justin Timberlake does a great job. It's kind of like, is he or isn't he the murderer? Is there something really nefarious going on in the background of this story? And it's just kind of like a slow burn. This movie is a slow burn. So let's go over to the tomato meter here and let's go over to the IMDb here and see what they're saying here. Tom Nichols is a hardened New England detective, unflinching in his pursuit of a case where nothing is as it seems, and it begins to dismantle the illusions in his own life. That's very vague. You don't know what's going on here. It's 2 hours and 5 minutes, I believe. It's long. Just know that going in, it's a bit of time to get into the bulk of the story. The director of this really liked to take the time to set up shots, scenes by having long panning shots of characters walking into rooms and stuff like that. The music stands out in here too. The music for this movie, surprisingly, is effective because while there will be some tense moments where they're like questioning suspects, he'll ramp up music, but then he'll just chop it with silence of just two characters going, "Ooh, what's going on here?" kind of thing, right? It has its fair share of red herrings in there and stuff like that. But Del Toro, just so charismatic as this character, he's worth looking at in this. And as I said, Alicia Silverstone and Justin Timberlake bring it. So, just thinking about my preliminary score sheet here, let's talk about that acting. Acting, directing, and story are out of a possible 2 points each. Because Del Toro does a great job, and Alicia Silverstone and Timberlake, I got to give acting a full 2 points. Yes, I don't feel bad at all saying that. Now, the directing does have some issues with its execution of the story in the sense that I felt like this could have been a little bit tighter. But as I said, the music in this was really effective. He used the score in this really effectively. So I'll give him another point for that. Um, let's see, what else could I give for directing? Um, it seemed like all the technical aspects in this were well done, but I gotta say that the story itself is fairly run of the mill. It's a toss up between the story and the directing. Like there's enough there in the execution of the story that once you get into the bulk of it and you're like, oh, well, this is not exactly what I thought it was going to be. You're rooting for Del Toro in this, and you're like, geez, dude, geez, as a character, um, you're really getting deep into it here. And, do you want to see how deep this rabbit hole goes? And who's all involved with this case? Um, it's really weird, too. So I'm going to dock it because the story does take a sidestep here where he's got this fascination with the faucet. And the director uses a lot of that metaphor of him like trying to cleanse himself of his conscience of things. I don't know. Yeah, it'll leave you questioning like that. Let's go over to the tomato meter and see what people are saying about it. Ooh, oh, 43% by critics, 73% by the audience. Guys, it's nowhere near that bad. It's nowhere near as bad as what critics are saying. 43%. I would be more in line with what the audiences have said there with 73%. For some reason, it's just stuck with my head. It's nowhere near as good as, say, To Catch a Killer. It's nowhere near as good. People may say that it's trying to be like 7 for Silence of the Lambs. It's not quite on that level. It's a little bit more dialed back. It's teetering on the edge of being film noir. It really is, like neo-noir. That's a good call. Just know 2 hours and 14 minutes, you will feel that runtime. And you'll question yourself a couple times in the movie where you'll be like, where's this going? What does this have to do with anything? Right? So yeah, it could have been tighter. Some snapshot reviews say from Empire Magazine, Del Toro's solid screen charisma can't rescue Reptile, a derivative and lethargic thriller that rarely thrills as it tries and fails to build a case for itself as a meaningful iteration on the detective thrillers that it admires. No, I can't agree with that. Because when stuff happens, by the end of it, I found myself really invested in it. It just took a while to get there, and I fault it for that. LA Times didn't like it. The fallout from all of this purposeful gloom isn't merely that nothing surprises us. Even Del Toro's committed portrayal of a careful man's gathering disillusionment gets jammed up. I don't know what the heck you're talking about there. Richard Roper liked it. Del Toro carries this sometimes convoluted and derivative thriller into 3-star territory with an absolutely mesmerizing and authentic performance that conjures up memories of past anti-hero greats such as Bogart, Mitchum, Ryan, and Hayden. Yeah, we did a full reaction to this on the Twitch channel, and my edited version's up now on the YouTube channel. I said this during it. If they ever did like a Columbo reboot or something, yeah, I'd like to see him as the detective. And I think if you like Sicario and you saw him doing weird, nefarious things, he's like the good guy version of the Sicario character. Sort of. I don't know what that comes to, but he's good. When he's doing his job, you are like, yeah, I'm on board with this character. And a lot of that has to do with Del Toro. So while I can't agree with the critics giving it a 43%, I think I would be edging towards the fans here. Now, as I said, the cinematography, I think I would give a full point. Cinematography and score are out of a possible 1 point each. So I will give a full point to the cinematography. And as I said, the score is remarkably effective, but it's not memorable. It's got a lot of ethereal music in it. Yeah. Maybe cinematography I will give. Yeah, no, cinematography is effective. Score. Yeah, let's do that. We'll give the score the full point, and we'll give cinematography just the 0.5. Yeah. No, that's more like it. Guys, if you're into crime thrillers, you like detective stuff, it's worth the look at least once. And as I said, for the acting, it's worth at least once. Is it something that I want to revisit? Because of the length and stuff, I don't know. I don't know. But I'm thinking about the performances. I'm thinking about I'm still thinking about Alicia Silverstone in this. She was fantastic. Um, yeah, so 7 out of 10 for Reptile seems about right for me. 7 out of 10. It's on Netflix, guys. Go check it out when you got some extra time. It's worth the look for October movies go. We're a little bit dry in the theaters right now, so yeah, Reptile. I'm glad that I watched it. There you go. That's where I would end. What did you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. Hey, if you like this kind of thing and you like my reactions to types of things, come join us. We did the full series of The Fall of the House of Usher from episode 1 to episode 8. We're in the midst of reacting and reviewing Survivor Season 45 and Hell's Kitchen Season 22. Come join us for that during the week, guys. We got movie reviews for Totally Killer, Exorcist Believer, Pet Sematary Bloodlines. And of course, we do movie news here 2 or 3 times a week where we talk about all the trending movie news headlines. So if movies are your bag and you would like to talk about them, we do a live show that you guys can participate in. And I hope you like this kind of material and you subscribe. Hit that thumbs up button. You're watching Mirror Domain. Yeah, Justin Timberlake was really good in that movie. Surprisingly good. Probably his best work since Social Network, for sure. Okay, let's pull up the YouTube chat again and get that rocking and rolling. And what I'm going to do now is that I'm just going to take some movie news headlines. It's pretty raw. I've been having trouble. See, right now on my OBS, I look properly lit, but I've been editing videos and I've been looking at some of the past streams. I don't know what it is. I look properly lit on OBS, like really well lit, but on the streams, I feel like I've been looking a little bit dark, and I don't know where. I can't account for it, but I've been trying to measure it up. I've been trying to look. I don't want to wash myself out. I don't want to lose the the quality of it, but we'll figure it out. Let's go into some headlines here. Taylor Swift box office lessons learned from Eras Tour rollout stumbles. Yeah, here's the stumble that I don't really call it a stumble because they did come in at number one, 96 million opening weekend. And she set the price, $19.89 for tickets, right? But it does suffer a little bit because they're not playing it during the weeks. We'll have to see how it does on the second week. Was setting the price a little bit too high for $19 a seat? I don't know. People have had their mixed reactions to it, though. I have seen where people have been posting videos of people dancing in the theater and stuff, and they're like, it almost becomes too distracting. I can understand that. That sucks. But they go on to talk about, is it sold out but not really? Yeah. Last week, I was shocked that the theater was not allowed to show any more, sell any more tickets for the show that I was at because they just closed it all off. And when I went to the theater, not all the seats were sold out yet. So what happened there? Why did they do that? It was just a mandate set down by the studios that they couldn't sell anymore for that day until that day. It was weird. And then on the very last minute, they decided to open up tickets for Thursday's show. And because they were non-refundable tickets, people couldn't switch over to go over to the Thursday show. It kind of irked people. So don't do that anymore. Don't do that. Yeah, it was originally set to premiere 6 p.m. October 13th. And everybody, like, I bought my tickets in the beginning of September for this movie. I could totally understand that. I was a little bit let down that I wasn't going to be the first one to see it, but um, I saw it and I loved it, guys. It's worth seeing. It's a shame that if you just don't understand that people will be singing and dancing. What I saw from the footage of people's Twitters, people were holding up their phones and stuff. There was a guy that brought in a balloon in my theater, but luckily he after a certain time he brought it down, so because he realized, well, this balloon is in people's faces for crying out loud. There's got to be a little bit of respect there, right? Artglass says, good review, James. Reptile is on my watch. I'll get around to it. You'll like it, Artglass Vikings. You'll like it. Yeah, it does have some really good payoffs there towards the end. And I'm trying to refine that process of, you know how we do the full live reactions here on YouTube. I think maybe I'll do it like that, but I'll do it on um, Twitch, and we'll put up like polls. People will vote. Hey, maybe everyday movie kind of thing, or 2 or 3 times a week movie, where people just vote on what movie we're going to watch. And then what will happen is that we'll migrate the live reaction over to the YouTube channel under members only, and then the edited version. Because I timed myself last night to edit the Reptile version. It only took about an hour and a half to edit that down. I got Totally Killer up on my hard drive, and I think I might edit that one tonight and put up the edited version of Totally Killer, because that one was also a really good October movie. All right, moving on. Eileen trailer dropped, and it's being billed as an Anne Hathaway movie, but I was pleasantly surprised when Thomasin McKenzie shows up in this, and it looks like really Thomasin McKenzie is the main character in this. Last Night in Soho, we did a watch along for that one here on the channel. Great work. She's a fantastic actress. She's in that same ilk as like an Anya Taylor-Joy, but she just hasn't quite broken out quite as much. Now, I don't know if she's a worker at a prison or something, but Anne Hathaway comes in as a psychologist or something, and you got that vibe that she's enamored with her. So I don't know if it's going along that route of, what was that Rooney Mara and Kate Blanchett movie where they fall in love with each other and stuff like that. It feels like it's going along that, but it also looks like Anne Hathaway's mentoring her to be a little bit more callous and maybe evil. I don't know. She uses her beauty to get what she wants, and she's trying to teach, I guess, Thomasin McKenzie's character, Eileen, to do these acts. From the director of Macbeth, yeah, you get the impression that perhaps, yeah, something a little bit more sinister perhaps is going on. What does the IMDb say about this, James? Eileen. December 8th is when this comes out. A woman's friendship with a new co-worker at the prison facility where she works takes a sinister turn. Yes, well, I do like Thomasin McKenzie. Shea Wiggum is in this. Siobhan Fallon Hogan, William Hill, Owen McTeague, uh, and Anne Hathaway. I'm watching it because of Anne Hathaway and Thomasin McKenzie. I'm a big Anne Hathaway fan. The trailer made it look intriguing for sure. The color palette is very drab, but yeah, I think they're in love with each other or something like that. What was that movie called? Kate Blanchett. Let's go down to the comments. Wow, Anne is an incredible actress. This may be her best role yet. The movie was beautifully shot with each scene like a painting. To me, that was Florence Pugh's breakout role. Great to see director back to strong female actors. Damn, Anne Hathaway seems to have nailed this role. Yeah, she pops. she pops when you see her. Like, I don't know if it's just the blonde hair. Of course, it's her uh, face. She's beautiful, of course. Yeah. Uh, love and but cannot ignore Thomason's incredible acting. Yeah, she's fantastic. And I hope this follows in that same line of another hit success for Thomas and Mackenzie. December 8th, Eileen trailer, guys. Did you see it? Let me know what you thought about it in the comments below. Ridley Scott says that he watched the new Alien movie and says it's effing great. The Fade Alvarez Alien movie that's slated to come out next year with Kaylee Spaney, who is presently being seen in the movie Priscilla. Um, she was also in the Craft Legacy. I'm looking forward to this new Alien movie. It's a small, self-contained story that doesn't take place in the Ellen Ripley storyline. It's just a colony with younger people where the alien lands there, and they got to fight and take on the alien. It's simple. We're back to the basics. People have been clamoring it for that kind of a setup for a long time, and I hope Fade Alvarez does what Trachtenberg did for Prey, where it's kind of like, yeah, this is just a small confined story of the Predator. This will be a small confined story of the alien. It doesn't have anything to do with the Ellen Ripley storyline. That's what people want to see, right? That's what I want to see. So I guess they showed Ridley Scott the film, an early cut of the film. And Alvarez said, I wanted him to see it before anybody. And everyone gave me the heads up that Ridley is really tough. He's really tough. Yes, he is. And he's very protective about the Alien franchise, particularly if it has something to do with his movies. He was really tough on Blade Runner 2049, which he shouldn't have been, because Blade Runner 2049 is a masterpiece. I even think it's better than his Blade Runner, which I thought was a masterpiece. Yes. And he had issues with it because it's really hard for him because it's his work. I asked him about the new Top Gun, and he's like, meh. I'm like, what are you talking about? He was like, my brother's was the original. Yeah, what are you talking about? That was Tony Scott, right? He really respected it. But okay, so even though he didn't ask for it, I was going to go there and sit at the table and look at him and get it. The director said, even if I was going to say, you destroyed my legacy, I wanted to be in front of him and to see him in the eye. I didn't want him to get an email and where it says, Ridley says this. And then he walks into the room and he did say, Fade, I can't say it's effing great. He says it's effing great. For me, it was like stamp of approval. Okay. You got to remember this, though, folks. A lot of people really didn't like Alien Covenant, and a lot of people were actually a little bit mixed on Prometheus. They admitted that Prometheus looked stellar, but even I came out of the theater of Alien Covenant and was like, yeah, what the heck are you doing, man? But I have since softened to that movie because I kind of like the David mad scientist angle to it. I just wanted to see more of Shaw. I wanted to see if he was going to kill Shaw. I wanted to see that in the movie, not off screen, right? In a precursor kind of thing. I wanted to see the tragedy of Shaw that was set up in Prometheus being played out. But anyway, I digress on that. New Alien movie comes out next year, guys. And I'm looking forward to it. A bunch of teens. August 16th, 2024, Alien Romulus. Yeah. Art Glass Viking says, Ridley Scott is a good testimony for the new Alien movie. Looking forward to it. Yeah, I am looking forward to it too. We are running a little bit over time, but that was because I got a few Easter eggs coming up on the channel later on today. New Alien movie may have already teased a huge xenomorph twist. What? Rumored to introduce a king xenomorph. How do bees work? There's like, don't the drones can't impregnate the queen. She just lays the eggs, doesn't he? I don't know. They'll figure out some new lore. I don't care if they put in a king. Um, Whatever. I just want it to be good. Next, Timothée Chalamet calls Army Hammer allegations disorientating. Reveals Tom Cruise sent him an email with lists of stunt trainers. It was a war cry. Yeah, where was it? What was that movie that he was in with Army Hammer, where they played lovers or something, right? Of course, the fallout from Army Hammer. I wouldn't call them allegations. Uh, it was confirmed that he liked to take a little nibble on his partners. uh, the meeting Sins of the Flesh took on a new role for Army Hammer. But what is this? In GQ magazine, Timothée Chalamet reveals that Tom Cruise sent him an email uh, after they met following the production of Dune. Stunt trainers, motorcycle coaches, and Chalamet could reach out to. Okay, cool. So Tom Cruise was trying to mentor him with, you know, people that he could rely on in the business. That's cool. He basically said in old Hollywood, you would be getting dance training and fight training, and nobody is going to hold you to the standard today. So it's up to you to, Chalamet recalled. The email was like a war cry. Okay, well, that's cool. Um, Chalamet's been not, he's been counseled, not exactly mentored. Like, would you call that email from Tom Cruise mentoring? No, he's trying to guide him, right? Here's the tools you need to become a really good actor. And he has also taken advice from Leonardo DiCaprio that's tried to like say, okay, yeah, we recognize that you are a top tier talent. And here's some do's and don'ts that I've done that have proved well for my career. Unfortunately, Leo said stay away from superhero and blockbuster type things, but Chalamet's in Dune, so it's kind of like, well, is that really big blockbuster though? I don't ever expect to see Chalamet in a Marvel project or anything like that. Um, but yeah, cool stuff, man. Yeah. And then he goes on to talk more about Army Hammer. I don't need to really know about that stuff. You guys know about that stuff, but I do like the Tom Cruise headline. What do you think about that Timothée Chalamet headline? Next, this sucks. The bike riders release delayed amid ongoing SAG after strike. Bike riders, uh, Austin Butler, Tom Hardy, and Jodie Comer. I was really looking forward to this movie. It was on one of my anticipated list for the rest of the year. Now it's getting delayed. It was supposed to open December 1st with no confirmed date as to when it's going to get pushed back. I'm hoping just a couple of weeks. The article ends with them saying that while the delayed release is disappointing, we hopefully will still get to see the film sometime later this year when they get a fair deal. Well, if it's supposed to be opening December 1st, you only got 30 days to wrap up. I hope within the next couple of weeks they get this actors strike settled. It seems like they're in the rooms talking to each other. There's nobody, they're past the stage of using time as a weapon now that the writer's strike has been resolved. um, I think it's only a matter of time. And when I get a confirmed release date for this the bike riders movie, yeah, Austin Butler joins a motorcycle gang. Things go really far off the rails by what the trailer showed, and Tom Hardy's like the leader of the gang, and it's just that's the kind of material that appeals to me, right? um, I want to see that kind of drama, and Jodie Comer's great. She's fantastic. Bummer news. Next, They Found Us, pre-production on Neil Blomkamp's alien thriller starring Joel Kinnaman shuts down in Saudi Arabia. So what? They were going to shoot over in Saudi Arabia, but yeah, due to the conflicts that's going on over there, uh, And I know that Israel Gaza is not that, well, I guess it is sort of close, but you don't want to be traveling in that world, part of the world right now, I would say. So they've said, we've taken the reluctant decision with our valued partners at Neom to pause pre production on the film while we further explore a cross border legal and funding structure that makes all stakeholders comfortable. In deciding when to resume pre production, we'll obviously assess what impact macro events in the region may have on obtaining production insurances and travel plans. So it's kind of like, yeah, you got to put risk uh, insurance on people that, hey, you get on a plane there, you may not come back, man. Uh, I wouldn't want to go into that part of the world right now. If they're making Santa Claus season 2 with Tim Allen. Yeah, James. Yeah, Chris. I saw that. Are you excited for Wednesday season 2, James? Yeah, I am. I had lots of fun with Wednesday season 1. Jenna Ortega's massive talent. Uh, Huge. Next. Ooh. Daredevil Reborn again. Vincent D'Onofrio exits social media mid reboot challenges. Yeah. Recently, it was announced that they've scrapped all the writers from Daredevil Reborn. Any footage that they've shot is going to be thrown out, and they're just taking it back down to square one. And D'Onofrio previously had said that he had had a great time working on it and that they were going to deliver some really cool stuff. And then he tried to go to bat for the decision to fire all the writers and stuff. And it just got him into kind of like a little bit of a. People were coming at him saying, well, you said it before, and you're just saying tokenism, right? Whatever. D'Onofrio is a great talent. He was perfect as Kingpin. I want to see more. I want to see him on the big screen as Kingpin. But he announces his departure from Twitter, potentially Instagram, leaving his loyal followers with love. Um, so everyone, I'm going to leave X. I'm going to leave very soon to my amazing and loyal followers. You know, I've been contemplating this for a long while. Today is the day. I leave you for now with much love to you all. Hey, it is what it is. Every now and then you need to take a break from those things. I feel that, man. I feel that. I'm at the threshold with Twitter too. I left it for a while. Uh, I wasn't going to use it, and I only use it to promote stuff from the channel. That's all I do. I'm not going to engage with people on it. And I think it's going to go the way of the Dodo X, because Elon Musk X Twitter to charge $1 per year for users on the Post platform, starting with test in 2 countries. Yeah, he wanted to start charging people just to use it so that they can get rid of all the bots. The thing is that, dude, you fired the whole department that usually helped combat all the bots by going through accounts and just deleting them. It's a mess. It's a mess. Um, I don't. In 3 years, I'll be shocked if Twitter's still around. Well, I guess it's not technically anymore. It's called X, James. X. Does anybody ever call it that? What a debacle. What a true debacle. And that Pizza Hut pizza looks awesome, doesn't it? I'm running over time because I should actually really go have my breakfast. The Fire Nation has arrived for the upcoming Last Airbender reboot. That's going to be a series, right? In 2024, we got some Fire Nation people. Is that the guy who's the X-Wing pilot in Mandalorian and Ahsoka? Guys, I got to tell you this. I am not an Last Airbender fan. I don't know anything about it. It's a generation, like my generation had Transformers. This generation, one of these generations had Last Airbender. Um, I just hope, I don't think it's going to bomb as much as the M. Night Shyamalan one. I don't think that it will, but we'll have to wait and see. Interesting imagery for sure. Next, Star Trek boss reveals the status of Michelle Yeoh's Section 31 film. Alex Kurtzman confirms that Michelle Yeoh's role in Section 31. I don't watch any of the new Star Trek other than Picard, and now that Picard is done, I'm going to be done with Star Trek unless they come out with the Captain 7 of 9 series. That's what I want to see. I want to see this universe go forward, not backwards or in side dimensions or whatever. Michelle Yeoh's, though, a great talent. That's kind of a digression. All right. Movies where the title spoils the ending. Is that Brad Pitt? Curious. John dies at the end. Did I see that one? I would expect that if the title is John dies at the end, that, yeah, I'm guessing that he probably dies at the end. Saving Private Ryan. Of course. Do they save him? Yeah, they do. Free Willy. Well, even the poster, the trailer spoils it when it jumps out of the water. But I actually really liked Free Willy. I remember we watched that as a family. That was probably one of my favorite Christmases. We watched it. We started a new tradition of having like hors d'oeuvres and stuff for Christmas Eve, and we sat down, ate all these like sausage rolls, and it was just awesome. Christmas lights all up in the big family room. I was blessed. Thank you, Mom and Dad. Anyway, next, Kill Bill, Volume 1 and 2. Oh yeah, that's an obvious one, right? Kill Bill? The assassination of Jesse James by the coward Robert Ford. Yeah, and apparently that's not a very good movie. Lone Survivor. Yeah, that one, that's a little on the nose. I wish that one wasn't called that because it was actually a really good movie. Ben Foster. They all go pretty much like bosses, don't they? Except for the lone survivor. 12 Years a Slave. Does that really tell you what happens in the end? No, it doesn't really. Return of the Jedi. I don't know. Return of the King. Meh. Finding Nemo and Finding Dory. I never watched Finding Dory. Curious picks, though. I just watched a movie on Tubi, Chris says, called Halloween. Is Halloween on Tubi right now? Have you watched all 4 Free Willy movies? No, I haven't. Lone Survivor was a brilliant movie. It was. I really liked it. So let's go over to the X and just see if I missed anything. If a new trailer dropped, we'll see. Tomorrow, guys, we will be doing Survivor in the morning, though. I hope that I won't get disrupted by anybody coming in and out of the apartment to check the fire and smoke alarms. Ugh. We probably will, but I'll pause the stream when that happens. If that happens. The first poster for George Clooney's The Boys in the Boat about a rowing team, right? A rowing team. Danny DeVito is expected to reprise his role as Phil in Guy Ritchie's live-action Hercules remake. Cool. Danny DeVito's great talent. He was the only redeeming part of that Haunted Mansion movie that came out this year. That should be out now. Haunted Mansion should be out now. Why did it come out like so early? Live action remake Frozen, Princess and the Frog, Tangled, and Tarzan are reportedly in early development at Disney. A live action Frozen. I don't know what you're doing, guys. What are you doing? Official trailer for Stallone documentary, Sly, has been released. Percy Jackson and the Olympians had a budget of 12 to 50 million, putting it on par with The Mandalorian. I don't care. I know that this has received a lot of hate. We were talking about Last Airbender receiving a lot of hate from Shyamalan, that version. This version of Percy Jackson is getting a lot of hate because it's not being faithful. But I believe the Scoble actor here, the young guy, was it Walker Scoble? He's going to be a talent to be reckoned with when he comes up. He's a really good actor. Pain Hustlers. Oh yeah, we will be watching Pain Hustlers here on the channel October 27th. Why not? All right, guys, I gotta go eat. My stomach's growling. And I'll cut out these two things and put them up separately on the channel later on. Okay, hit that thumbs up button. Ferrari Trailer 2 with Adam Driver. Adam Driver just dropped. Cool. Um, that's another anticipated one of the year for me. Because Michael Mann. Oh, and it looks like a Napoleon trailer dropped as well. So I'll take a look at those. All right, guys, that's it for me. Hit that thumbs up button, subscribe, and I'll see you next time on Your Domains.